Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome! Today we are going to talk about a very small box game from 3-inch high games, and it is called Koinz. It's a strategy game for 2 to 4 players in which you are going to try to win surfaces by placing coins down. It is highly variable, which makes for each round being a little bit different. And I'm going to show you how this plays. This is the type of game that I would take on a vacation. It is a small box game, as you can imagine, and I'm going to show you that. I love doing cruises. I love doing backpacking trips. This is the type of game that you can put in a backpacking trip, go to a hostel, go to a bar, take a cruise, and bring it along with you, because it sets up in about 2 minutes. The surfaces are coaster size, so it's like playing on drink coasters with a bunch of coins, hence the name Koinz. Anyway, so let's go take a look at this. And of course, coming to the dork side, we have pie. So you can see here is the box. It is from 2 to 4 players. You can see blue, red, yellow, and white. The ages are said from 3 to 300. And if anybody knows a 300-year-old that would like to play, please let me know. I would be very interested. Probably plays in about 20 minutes. And it is from 3-inch high games. And it is called Koinz. And I'm just going to read the back for you, if I can see it. It says, take turns placing coins to win 1 or more surfaces. Only the topmost coins count towards your score. Players choose the number of coins and surfaces, so strategy changes with each round. First player to win 5 surfaces wins. So let's open this up and take a look what's in the box. So I just had an argument with the taped tabs on the Koinz box, but I did that off screen so that I wouldn't hurt you with this. Ta-da! And that's what's in the box. We have our coins. And you can see there's red, there's yellow, blue, and white. And the denominations obviously are 3, 2, and 1. And then we have our rules in a little itty-bitty rule book. Oh, okay, it unfolds. That's not bad. A QR code. And, oh, yeah, white on black works for me. So this is fine. The font is a little bit smaller, but where it kills me is when we get the brown on black, and they do use a little font, and then I can't, of course, read that. So that's very clear, very simple. Couple of pictures. This is it for the rules. It's really not much, and we're going to go over the rules with you in a moment. And there's our surfaces. We have a New York hotel in Las Vegas. We have Dubrovnik in Croatia. We have Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts. And of course, Waikoloa Beach in Hawaii. Well, who would want to go to the beaches? So that's kind of a nice picturesque game. It makes the surfaces, and you can see, and even on the other side we have the Bramanti Staircase in the Vatican City. We have St. Mark's Square in Venice, Italy. We have the Taipei 101 in Taiwan. And, of course, that's the Empire State Building in New York City. So you can choose your surfaces. You can have color or black and white or sort of darker colors. So very, very nice. That's what's in the box. So we're going to punch out each of these. Now, what's not in the box are some bags. For each one of these coins. Not a big deal. I have a ton of bags around, but it's the quality of life that separates a really good presentation versus an amazing presentation. So if I was to do this and recommend anything, I would throw some standard small bags in, just so that I wouldn't have to just toss all these coins in the box, have them mixed up, and then have to dump them out and sort them out for every other game. So just something to think about moving forward, but that's all that's in the box. So I'm going to organize it. I am going to put them in bags because I am a super organizer, as you know, if you've watched any of my videos. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to come back and go through the rules and just show you a little bit of the organization. So I'm going to be right back in a moment. So we are back really, really quickly here. You can see I put everything in bags. I have two different size bags. I'm just using what's kind of laying around at my desk here. I didn't go into my other room where I have the bag of bags, the famous bag of bags. One thing I did add is about 20 crystals. So another one of quality of life aside from bags is how do you tell a person where you are and how many surfaces you've won. So I've just added a number of these crystals. These I just got from the Meeple Source, or that's just a store that has these types of bits along with meeples and upgrades for various games. So that's just so that it easily allows a person to take a crystal. When you have 5 crystals, you're actually going to win the game, or your 5 surfaces. I'm assuming you could play for more than 5 surfaces if you wanted to have a longer game. So we are now going to just set it up very, very quickly. We're going to go through the rules very, very quickly, and then have a talk about it. So give me a minute. And don't forget to come to the dork side. I am the North of 60 gamer. Are you scared? So here we are. I have basically set up a 3-player game, and you can see that I've got white, red, and yellow. You can see that I've sorted out the 3s, the 2s, and the 1s, and of course we have our 4 surfaces. And of course the 4 surfaces don't really matter so much as is whatever's pleasantly happy with that. I would probably say that as a first player, will vary from round to round because each round you're going to make choices. Now, in a 3-player game, the first player is going to decide on how many 3s are going to be played. The second player will be how many 2s will be played. And the third player would choose how many 1s will be played. And it would come back to the first player, who would then choose the number of surfaces. In a 2-player game, if we took red out, it would just go back and forth, 3, 2, 1 surface. In a 4-player game, it'd be 3, 2, 1 surface. And so that's how this game is variable. So in this 3-player game, in the first round, let's just say that the player decides that we're going to play with 4 3s. It would come to the second player, and he says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He says 5 2s. And the yellow player, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, says 4 1s. And we'll take two 1s from each. And then it comes back to our white player who says, you know what? There's a couple big ones here. I'm going to go with 3 surfaces. I would say minimally 2. I mean, I can't imagine 1 surface. That would be nasty. So let's just say minimally you want to have as many surfaces as there are probably people. So, you know, if you're playing a 2-player game, minimally you're going to suggest there might be 2 or more surfaces. Too many surfaces and you're going to have plenty of room, because there are some dexterity rules, and we're going to go over that in a moment. But for now, let's just say that on my table, we're going to minimally have the number of surfaces that the player count is. And maybe in a 4-player game, you would have that option of 3 or 4, perhaps. But we do want it fair so that everybody has an opportunity to play. And this really doesn't matter in terms of where these are situated, because you're going to be laying coins on these surfaces. So whether you have room to do this, or you want to do something completely different, it doesn't really matter. So right now we are going to start, and we're going to start with the 3rd player. The simple rule is you're going to take one of your coins, you're going to place it on the surface. Now you cannot be over the edge, so I can't do that, or leaning on my table. I have to be completely on the surface. So where you put it does matter, because once it's there, it is there. You cannot move it. If you move it by accident, let's just say I'm going to put a 3 on, and I go like that, move that 3 by accident, that is a foul. I would take my 3 back, and then I would have to place the 3 there. If I do a foul twice, I would have to remove it, and I will forfeit my turn. Basically, once I lay a coin on, I can certainly do 2 things now that we come to red. I can place another 3 somewhere, certainly like that, or I could place a 2 on top of the 3. Now remember, you want to win a surface by having the number of points. So it might be advantageous to try to hit the 2 there and cover up white's 3. So let's just say we do that just for the sake of argument. At this point in time, yellow goes, great. He says, I'm going to sneak a 3 in right there. And then we come back to white, who goes, okay, right, I'm going to sneak a 2 in. At this point, red goes, well, I'm going to sneak a 3 in over here. Comes back to yellow. Yellow goes, okay, and I'll sneak a 3 in over here. And then white comes over here and says, I'm going to do over here. I'm going to put a 2 over here. And red comes over here and says, geez, I really would like this surface at this point, or maybe even that surface. Now, there's a couple things you can do. You can play a 2 on the surface. Of course, that just leaves a 1, and somebody might grab that. So one of the things he could do is go up here and put a red here. And we continue on, basically, until the surfaces are full. They might look like this, and there might be a 2 here and a 1 here, and we just keep going until basically we can't put anything more in it. See, a 3 wouldn't even fit here because you can see it just goes over. So you're only going to get about 4 3s on a surface. So you can do that, and then maybe, red comes along and goes, you can put a couple of 1s here, maybe, and not touch, and then there's no more room over here. And we keep going until there's no more room. So maybe a 2 goes over here, and a 1 goes over here. I have fumble fingers, and we have a 2 over here, and we keep going until we basically can't go any further. At which time, we would end the round. And the round would then, at this point, proceed to looking at the surface. So, in this case, we have a clear winner. Let's just put a white over here. And maybe another one over here. Just for sake of scoring, we're going to do this here. And a red here. So in the case of scoring, we would add up the number of coins showing. So white has 4, 3, 2, so white would win this surface. Certainly yellow with 5 versus 3 would win this surface. Red has 4 versus 2 and 1. He would win this surface. Everybody would win a surface. Now it's possible that we would have gone on and white could have been here, and then white would have won 2 surfaces. The first player to 5 surfaces win. This game would be super quick. You could get 5 rounds, 2 or 3 rounds of this game in probably 10, 15 minutes. And that includes pulling it out, setting it up, and you maximally, you're probably only going to play 2, maybe 3 rounds. And I would suggest that you could have a playoff round if you were tied, or everybody could share in the victory. A very simplistic game from 3-inch high games. This is a pretty little nifty game. I like nifty. So let's just go quick up, have a few final thoughts, and get this edited. So, what do I think? Now, it's very hard to grasp my opinion because I'm playing one-handed, sort of showing you the mechanics. And this is just a preview of this wonderful little tiny game. Kids would love it. Adults would love it. You can play with a family, very family friendly. It's a great camping game because you could play on a log, you could play on your bed, your sleeping bag. You can go on a cruise and pretty much put it out anywhere without an issue. And I like games like that, so this is a very plus game. This is certainly in my category of a 5-5-5 game. What I call a 5-5-5 game is 5 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to learn, and 5 minutes to tear down. Of course, I think this one is about 2 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to learn, maybe 4 minutes to learn, and probably 4 minutes to tear down because you got to sort out all the coins again. So this certainly fits into my small box category of travel games, which of course are based on my 555 philosophy, which I just explained to you. The components are fine. Deluxe would be great. If they offer a deluxe, I certainly could see an opportunity for wooden coins here. I could see an opportunity to add, perhaps some crystals to mark who's won a round or who's winning the rounds. I have 20 crystals in here. The color doesn't matter that much. There's an opportunity maybe to put a bag or two in just so they can be sorted out and handed. Because the last thing I want to do is I like to hand the coins to the people very, very quickly, and so that they can start playing and sorting rather than me having to sort through them all first and then hand them to the people, like this on a table. So, but those are just small little tiny things, and that's just quality of life that you can do very easily yourself, because if you're an avid gamer like myself, you've got bags hanging around. I could have used coins. You can see I have a bag of coins. You can see I have a bag of coins left over from a game that I had a deluxify. So I have plenty of these tidbits all over the place. You could even add something like a first player marker or something to indicate who's going first in a round, and move that around per round. And then, in the second turn of the second round of this, the red player would have gone with his 3s, then the yellows 2, the whites 1, and then the red would have picked the surfaces. So I would say this is a great little game. I don't know what the cost is. If I can find the cost for you, I certainly will put it up. I'd say a game like this would be in the $20 range, give or take a little bit. But there's certainly an opportunity if you wanted to deluxify this. Anyway, that's it for now. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer, and I appreciate you being here. I hope you like the content. I hope you like the game. Please consider liking, subscribing, mashing those buttons, very important, and of course, hitting bells for more notifications. I want to thank Everything Board Games for getting me a copy of this so that we can put this up on the Everything Board Games site. And a little later on, I will put it up on my North of 60 gaming site as well. So I want to thank Michael for making sure I got a copy of this wonderful game, and the designers and publishers of Koinz to sending me this game. So for now, that is it. I'm going to go. It is hugely hot here in the Northwest Territories. You would think that we would not have 27 degrees Celsius or 80 degree weather, but we do. And it is freaking hot. Even I was going to send my dogs out to the Kimmick today, but I have huskies that are full of fur. I decided that they can stay in with all the fan, and if we have to, we'll go hide in the bedroom with the air conditioning. That's it for me. Talk to you later. Goodbye.